With our final problem, question 8, we kind of have a tricky one here. There's a lot of triangles that we're seeing, a lot of information, but we're not quite sure how we can split this up to solve for angle A. Angle A is the one that we're talking about. Angle A is the one that we're finding. So from that, we just have to think about the information that we have and how we can split this up to solve for triangles to get to our answer. For this particular problem, we really have to critical think. And we have to do that because we actually have to solve for information in two separate triangles. We'll solve for information in one and then use the information we find there to solve in the triangle for our angle A. So just looking at this, I can tell that this side is probably going to be a hypotenuse, and it's connected to a horizontal side, so I probably am going to have a vertical line going down right here. Oh, that was a terrible line. Here, let me see if I can draw a better one. There we go. So I'm probably going to have a vertical line right here. Let me see if I can move this over just a bit. There we go. Make it nice and neater. Nice and neat. It's a tough one. There we go. Alright. We have our right angle right here. So this is just a first guess. This is just a first guess. With this first guess, let's test it out. Let's see if the information is going to be enough. So let's call this A right here, just for fun. Let's call this B right here. And let's call this C. Why not? This vertical side C. So let's say I was to solve for the left triangle first. This left triangle first. I got an angle here, so this is an angle side angle, or yes, it's an angle side angle because I have two sides. With this one I have the hypotenuse. So with that, I could totally solve for C. I could do the sine of 28.3 equals C over 5.37. So that would give me C. And then I could solve for A. I could say the cosine of 28.3 equals A over 5.37. I could use A to solve for this small b over here. And then for this triangle, I have B and I have C now. And I could use those two values to take the tangent of A equals C over B. And then solve for tangent A using an inverse tan function. So let's write all that out. Let's get cracking here. So the first one is sine of 28.3 equals C over 5.37. That's going to end up giving us C equals 5.37 times sine of 28.3. And then we got to do cosine of 28.3 equals A over 5.37. And that gives us A equals 5.37 times the cosine of 28.3. And then not finally, we can do A plus B we know equals 7.92. That's going to allow us to solve for B equals 7.92 minus A, whatever A is. And then with knowing B and C, we can do tangent of A equals, what was it? It's going to be equal to C over B. So C over B, and this leads us to angle A equals inverse tangent of C over B. Wonderful. This is all wonderful. So here's our 4 equations that we're going to solve. Let's do the first one. So we have, and I'll switch over to my calculator. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Ooh, too small. Yeah, I do not like that one. Let's see if we can make that work. Alright, so sine of 28.3 equals times 5.37 equals that. So C equals that. So I'll write that down. C equals 2 point, what was that? 545. 545, 853, 682. Then let's move on to solving for A. A equals, and whoops, I noticed a error. I wrote sine, but I should have wrote cosine. Sorry if that confused you. So, A equals, and we'll go to our calculator. It's going to be the cosine of 28.3 times 5.37. That's 4.7281. $63391. Alright, we're getting somewhere. And then we can quickly do B, because it's just a subtraction. B, we're going to have 7.92 minus A. So it's going to be 7.92 minus our previous answer, which was A, 3.1918. 36609. I think that was everything. Yep. Alright. Finally, we can do the inverse tangent of C over B. So let's do this one. I'll make a spot for A. There we go. The big cheese, the big answer. It's going to go right here. So C over B. So I already got B queued up, so maybe I can use this. I can do 1 divided by B. That gives me the inverse, and then just multiply it by C. That's the same thing as C divided by B. So 2.545853682. And then the inverse tangent of that. Whoops. we have there we go, my answer gives me 38.576 something something. My original, my number that's given here, the one with the least amount of significant figures, this is a tricky one. It's actually 90. 90 has the least significant figures. It has one significant figure, so we have to round to one significant figure. That's going to round us all the way up to 40. So this number that we've calculated, it has a wide gap. It's not very accurate. It can be off by quite a bit. So we have to write 40 because we had a very inaccurate measurement here, or at least we're forced to assume so because there's no decimal point on the 90. So we got to say 40 degrees, which that's probably good for construction anyways. That's actually a good precision for construction.